فَمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَن يَتَقَدَّمَ أَوْ يَتَأَخَّرَ. This is what you should always do. It is a grave matter. You should seriously consider it. And we remember, who can tell me what Umar al-Khattab last time, what did he say? What did Umar al-Khattab do? Yeah, go ahead, man. That's right. Come closer or take it to him. Okay. He used to put his hand on a candle, a flame of a candle. And he says, can you withstand that? So, as I said before, I'm not asking you to do that, but always keep that in mind. Okay. And we give you the example of those who want to fornicate and then they go to that tandoori lovely oven, inshallah. Allah musta'an. طيب. So there's Allah أطروا في شر تأتي ملائكة. You know what the malaika? The angels. The angels are made of what? Light. Okay, you're close enough. Do they disobey Allah? They don't. Okay, good. You share that candy with them. Even though the angels do not disobey Allah, لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يأمرون. That's what the Quran says. They don't disobey Allah. They only do what they're commanded to do. On Judgment Day, what will they say? Okay. Of course, the sisters will go ahead, Arish. Allahu Akbar. Who can give past that to her? Subhanaka ma abadnaka haqqa ibadatik. Glory be to thee, we have not worshipped you the way befitting your majesty. The angels. The angels, believe it or not, they were afraid as soon as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that created the hellfire. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the hellfire, the angels were afraid. They don't do any sin, they don't make mistakes, but they were still afraid. But what did they say? After they heard that this was created for whom? For disobedience among them, inshallah. For disobedience. What is the description? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Hadith Qudsi. But this will, I want to finish the hellfire here today, inshallah. I don't want to dwell on this because there's a lot. There's a lot to cover, but I don't want to scare you more than it is because I see the long faces. Nightmares. The hellfire's coming to get me, Mom! And I'll get the phone calls. What are you teaching our kids? Okay. So now, this is the last one, inshallah, we won't talk about the hellfire anymore. Next time, we're going to take our time now, talking about heaven. Inshallah. Inshallah. طيب. The Hadith Qudsi, the divine tradition, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what did he say? How was that? The fire went through 3 phases. The fire went through 3 phases. What phases are they? You can remember the Hadith? Yes, Akhi.
First it was white.
Uh-huh. It was more fuchsia, then it was coral, then that pinky, then the pistachio, and then that. Okay, I got the gist. Okay, wait. You know, I mentioned this before. You know, brothers are totally different than the sisters, right? We have 3 main components of colors, right? And what we do, if you want to find something that doesn't fall in these 3 components, we put an E and an ish, right, to it. Greenish, browny, bluish, yellowish, reddish. But the sisters have their colors down packed, man. We just have those. So the brother went through the same phase. The 3 ones, there are 2 narrations of the hadith. Go ahead, Akhi.
First year it's white, then the second year it's red, and third year it's black.
Okay, is it 1 year? That's right, man. Inflation rate, dude. One, maybe it's a pesos. The Canadian pesos now? No, the dollar's doing good, so we can't make a mockery of the Canadian dollar. All right. You're right. Here you go, man. Here you go. Go give it to him. Give it to him. Al-Fasada. The hellfire was fueled. It was lit for 1,000 years. Till it was what? Hatta ahmarrat. Okay? Till it became red. You know that fiery red engine? Red, man. The fire was like red. Then it was lit for another 1,000 years. Another 1,000 years. Here's what the taqdeem and ta'khir. Here are the 2 different variations of the hadith. First one, it says, حَتَّى بِيَضَّتْ, till it became so white. You know the flame, you know when that guy that does tss, you know, that puts the mask on, and puts that, you know the hottest one? When it's like a blue, white at the end, it's not the red. You see the flame? I'm not an expert at this topic, I don't speak with any authority, but I mean, you can see some stuff. The end of it, this is the one that really uses. So Allah SWT says, 1,000 years, hellfire was lit till it was red. Then it was lit for another 1,000 years till it was white. And it was lit for another 1,000 years. حتى سودت فهي سوداء كالليل البهيم. الليل البهيم. Then it was blackened. It was the darkest of the darkest night. No stars, no moon. Darkest night. When you take your hand out, it was mentioned in the Quran. لا يكاد يراها. You don't even see your hand if you stick your hand out. In front of you in the night, you can't see it. Some of the scholars says why? Because you're naturally afraid of the dark. Mommy, I'm afraid of the dark. Not you, man. Me. I say, Mommy, I'm afraid of the dark. I don't think, Mommy, I'm afraid of the dark. That's the worst, man. Okay. Why? Because you don't know what's hitting you. Because when you're dark, what are you afraid of? The element of surprise, right? You don't know what's coming to hit you. So you're already your own enemy. Oh, there's that boogeyman. There's the guy with no arm and no leg, and then the guy with the skin, and there's the animal that's coming. You have your own worst enemies. You're thinking that that's it, right? So this is one. Another narration. First black and then it was white. So it's the hottest. One is the scary, one is the hottest. Wallahu a'lam. So you can understand. We said, what is the lightest fire in comparison, lightest fire in the hereafter, in comparison to the fire on this earth? 70 times hotter. This is the lightest fire in the hereafter in comparison to the fire on earth. 70 times hotter. And what does 70 in Arabic mean? Okay, somebody else, go ahead, Ufti. Infinity. Very good. Pass it on to her, inshallah. The sister in the back, to the left. Meaning it doesn't mean 70. I told you this before. You're not eating it right away? No. Okay, very good. طيب. And we said, what are the actions and deeds? Number one is shirk. وَلَا تَجْعَلْ مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَهًا آخَرَ. Do not ascribe partners unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What I want you to do, guys, is I want you to do your own homework. But I will trust you on this, because I will ask next time. I want you to research. There's a website called Al-Islam, al-islam.com. On the left-hand side, there's an Arabic or English. I want you to go ahead and punch in that word now. All the verses of the hellfire is coming up. I want you to write a piece of paper and show it to me next time. You don't have to if that's going to keep you away. Because people, when they do the homework, I'm not showing up. I'm just, okay, do it for yourself, for your own good. What I want you to do is to go and search. Who are the dwellers of the hellfire? What did they actually do in order for them to attain this lovely, lovely abode? It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? You don't have to go to Bahamas, man. I am toasting. I am tan. I don't have to pay for this vacation. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and say the characteristics of the dwellers of the hellfire. What did they actually do in order for them to earn this place in the hellfire? Okay? So that's your homework, inshallah. It's a long list. I don't have enough time for it. So you can go ahead, inshallah. طيب. He says, this is like, you know the sparks in the hellfire is like what? What's it, in the Quran, what does it say? كأنها جمال صفر. Subhanallah. Big mentioned, what is narration is that they're big, man. I'm talking big. Just a spark. A flame when sparks. Just a flame. Believe it or not, the hellfire has necks. It will come on Judgment Day. You know what? I'm going to finish with this. If this doesn't work for you, I don't know what else would. If this doesn't keep you away from the hellfire, I don't know what else would. Because there's too much material. But I promise I'll keep it light. I want to stay on time. On Judgment Day, I will leave you with this example. On Judgment Day,